So I want to talk about a mistake that I made. And I'm going to talk to you about renaming your Rails application. So I wasn't thinking, and when we called this application something, we called it OM Ruby. But we have a 1-month Ruby course, and this is 1-month Rails. So I actually want this to be called OM Rails. Now, my initial inclination when I thought about this was to say, oh, well, let me scrap all those videos and just start over. And I talk to a lot of beginners who feel this way too. When something goes wrong and it's not working out, they want to delete everything and just start from the beginning and see if it works the second time around. And instead of doing that, I'm going to show you how you can actually go in and change the name of the application, change the name of the project. It's actually not that hard. And usually when something goes wrong, the fix is actually fairly easy. You have to do a little bit of exploration on how to figure it out. And in this course, we're going to go through troubleshooting too. So I figured I would actually show you how I might go about doing this instead of just scrapping everything and starting from the beginning. So let me open up this entire thing in Sublime Text. So I'm grabbing and dragging it over, or you can do File, Open, and open the entire folder. There we go. Just do Command-Shift-F, and you'll open up the right Find All there. And I typed OM Ruby, and I can see here, this is a cool Sublime Text feature. You can search across all of the files in an entire folder that you have open, and it shows me 4 files where I have OM Ruby. So changing the entire name of the application is actually pretty easy. I have to go into these 4 files, and I can just literally go in and change them. A cool trick is if I go here and double click on one of them, it'll open up that file. This is actually the title. So I can literally just replace this with, and I'm going to use the same capitalization that they use, just in case that's important. I don't know, but it might be. So OM Rails. Save that guy. And back here. Here's my second file. Here the capitalization is definitely important. I know that. So start with a capital O, OM Rails. Save that. The third file here. And where did that go? I can look around. Here it is. It's line 57. So I can replace just the Ruby with Rails. Save that. And this last one. I'm just going to replace this Ruby with Rails. Save that. And so if I do this again, Command-Shift-F, and look for OM Ruby, I won't find any results. The last thing I have to do is I can actually just replace the entire folder name here. I can do right-click and rename OM Rails. And that's it. That's actually all that it takes to rename an entire application. I can just double check, sanity check to make sure this runs by opening up my terminal. And remember, make sure I'm in the right folder. So CD desktop and then CD OM Rails. And now if I run the Rails server and I open up this URL in the browser, paste it in. There we go. The app looks like it's running just fine. So it's actually a fairly simple change. Not all changes are that easy, but in this case it was. And I can close down the server with Control-C again. And the last thing I want to do, remember, we want to save our changes to Git. So if I do git add -a, I could do git status to see all of the changes that I made. And git commit message rename application. I'll just call it rename application. Voila. My application has been renamed. Pretty easy. I'll do clear and replace everything that I have there. And in the next video, I'm going to show you GitHub.